Introduction time. Ooh, just about fell. Welcome to Sir Fish-A-Lot, the YouTube fishing channel to show my passion for fishing. My name's Corey McMurchie. I am not an expert. I don't catch a lot, but I do fish a lot. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.
Let's go visit.
Ice fishing season is upon us. So there's a couple things that every person needs ice fishing. I'm just kind of getting into ice fishing. I haven't invested a lot of money on equipment so far this year or period. So I usually go fishing with other people, but now I'm getting a little more independent and I'm starting to get my own gear. Some of the key things that I think every ice fisher person should have is probably really good outdoor clothing. I think that's number one. And then number two is you're not going to get very far without an auger. So I just bought an auger on a local online classified website. So I got this guy here. It's just a manual. Didn't spend the $1,000 that you need for an electric. Didn't spend the $600 that you need for a new gas one. Didn't buy a used gas one. I tried that last year. It didn't work out too well for me because I find to have success with gas augers, you got to keep them warm. I just don't have a way of doing it. I don't have a heated garage or anything like that. So anyways, this used unit, I tried it yesterday with my daughter. We caught a rainbow trout. It was awesome. At Anton's Lake. It's a stock trout lake on the corner of Highway 16 and 10. Got to use the auger for the first time, and so this episode is going to be about sharpening auger blades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two parts. I'm going to sharpen and shape the blade with the whetstone. A couple ways, you know, some people like to add water, some people like to add oil. Some people don't do anything. I'm one of the ones that don't do anything. I like to use the stone as it is, and then I'll clean the stone after use. But the key important thing for a really extra sharp blade is leather. I just got some leather from Amazon. It's a suede. It doesn't really matter how doesn't matter if it's a finished hard leather or anything like that. Okay, so I'm not an upholstery guy. I'm going to do the best job that I can with the knowledge that I have. I'm just going to be using little nails, and then I'm going to be stretching the leather. I'm picking the smoother side. There's a side that has a little more texture to it, and then there's a side that's a little bit smoother. I'm picking the smoother side, and then I'm going to have it wrapped around this edge here. I do have some experience stretching canvas for painting, and I think this will be pretty much the same thing, really. So for a corner, you'll just wrap it around and bend it like so, and then you'll have a nice surface. And then you get a stretch. I think you should probably stretch it a little bit tight, just so that when you're taking your blade across it, it doesn't bunch up or move on you. So we'll give it a try and see how it goes. I hope that wasn't as painful for you guys to watch as it was for me to do. It's really hard to get the nails in there nice and pretty. But as you can see, we got a nice good surface here. The leather won't move or anything like that, so that's all I need for...
Big hammer?
Yeah, big hammer, buddy.
Yeah, big hammer.
Okay, we're all done. Thank you. Alright, I went ahead and cleaned one up a little bit, just to give you guys a preview. So you can see these blades are double-edged. They've got a little bit of bevel on one side, a little bit on the other. Blades are pretty hard to sharpen because they're curved quite a bit, but I'll go through how I sharpen this one, and this one can get your hair off your arm, just like a razor blade, and that's what we're going for. Okay, so here's the other one. You can see it's fairly rusted. So what I did first was, you can tell which side is the coarse side of your stone and which side it's the denser side. So I'm going to start with the coarser side and remove the rust from the blade. Rust up and along the blade will weaken it. So if you hit the ice the wrong way, you can cause a chip out of your blade a little bit easier with the weakened metal. I'm putting very little pressure now. This cloth is slightly damp so that my stone won't move on me while I'm doing this. Okay, so this blade's been polished pretty good. Rust is pretty much off. There's still a little bit of rust here and there, but it's sharp enough now that I'm ready to move on to the leather. When you're working with the leather, you go a little bit differently than you do with the stone. You don't go cutting into the leather, you actually pull away from the leather. The leather just gets rid of little burrs that you've created in the metal that you can't see. Just gets rid of them a little bit better to get your blades just all that sharper. So we'll do this, then we'll do a little hair test, see if I can shave some hair off my arm. I think it's sharp enough. Can you say, please subscribe?
Please subscribe.
Like?
Like,
Comment.
comment.